Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everybody today? I'll put this up here. Thank you, Raging Cajun. Please hit the like button, and if you so do desire, subscribe. I appreciate it. So, you might have noticed in the chat, I wrote, nope, Maxine, not doing that. So, why would I write that? What did Maxine say? Spent on crack. Look at her crowd, raggedy ass. Now, you see, this is my channel. We don't do that here. Okay? Your comment was removed. You are not banned, but the comment is removed. That doesn't fly that way. Okay, so I want to get to Lady Luck sent me this in an email. And this has to do with Lacey's Durango. Okay, this is a receipt for Mako. And I believe it was May in 2023. And there we go. Okay. So that's the receipt. Okay, and I appreciate it, Lady Luck. Okay, so what about this receipt? Did the trustees know about it? Well, let's find out. Let's share the screen. Yes, they did. What was that for? Whoops, sorry, that got a little big. Collision. Squad car repair. Okay, it was on the warrant list, June 2023. Okay. Hey, Chris. Yeah, well, I deleted it. No, Mako is a auto repair center. So the receipt was here. Okay, Lady Luck Club sent me that. I appreciate it. Okay. And let me put it back up there. So it was on the warrant list. And there was actually two. One was for $7,559.16. The other was for $4,234.24. But did the board approve it? Well, let's find that out. Let's find out. Did they approve it? Okay. I'm sorry, this is William Moore. I don't like him at all.
$65. We have 52 rental license at $10,135.
Okay,
14
bills.
$215.01. American Rescue Plan, $35,134.45. Melanie Fitness Center, $314.70. Comes to a total corporate payments of $530, $249.88. We get a motion to accept the payment as read.
Is there a motion?
A motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been a motion and second. Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, if I can be recognized.
Go ahead.
Okay. In particular on this, because we mentioned the water fund and sewer fund. So I know we heard the description of there being no deficits, and I'm good. The ARPA funds are, when I'm looking at the same financial report, and somebody please let me know if I'm off, and if I am, what the total is. General fund and the financial report on page 15 has a deficit, $2,423,769. Water fund, which is on this warrant list, page 18, deficit $434,001. Sewer fund, page 21 of the financial, deficit $686,392. Melanie Fitness Center, which we know is inoperable, so we'll have a deficit deficit 85,395. I bring this up because the general fund ends up subsidizing that. Total of those funds, and these are the day-to-day operating funds. So the tax money that does go, the property tax money, sales tax money goes into the general fund. Those are the funds that I'm seeing deficits. If I'm incorrect, please correct me and provide the dollar amount. Thank you.
Okay, so I don't have that in front of me. I just asked her for it. So what we will do is respond to you in writing about what you're saying as relates to a deficit, because we don't have a deficit, but I will wait until she responds. Tanjanique will respond to you. So we'll move forward just for sake of time. So y'all can move forward with the vote.
Okay, and I do have one additional, just a clarifying question too,
Go
because
ahead.
I'm for approving these bills. I just want to ask somebody to have on record, do we have all the receipts for any credit card purchases?
We do.
Thank you very much.
All right. So any more discussion? Okay, call the roll, please. And then make sure y'all get back to him about that deficit that he's speaking of.
Wait, excuse me. Is this what any amendments? I'm sorry. Is this one what any amendments?
We can't hear you. What you asked?
Okay.
Trustee,
Never mind.
we can't, okay. All right, go ahead, call the roll.
Trustee Norwood,
No.
trustee Stan Brown,
Yes.
trustee Tammy,
Yes.
trustee House,
Yes.
trustee Holmes,
Aye.
trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay. Let me stop that. All right. So they approved it. This Mako receipt for squad car repair, and it looks like other additional things on that. So it's on the warrant list, and you just saw the board approve that warrant list. Okay. What else do I want to go to? Let's go. Yeah, let's talk about some things before we get into the Henyard video, because I'm a little confused. Now, I thought Tiffany took keys off of the FOIA list, but that didn't happen. Let's go to October 17th, 2022.
Is illegal action. Terminate.
I don't know. Wyoming, Lady Luck sent it to me, and I put it up and showed the warrant list it came from and the board approving it. So that was the point of the Mako receipt. That's it.
Of contract for village administrator. Trustee Brown, you have the floor.
I request that this item be brought before the board and believe executive session to be the appropriate place for the communication, since it involves an employee who alleges to be under contract. So I'm asking for executive session.
Now this is a termination for village administrator. Sorry, I was going to play the FOIA, but I'll play it afterwards. Village administrator. They want to go into executive session. But who's under contract? Is it Keith Freeman or is it Dorothy Brown?
The agenda is illegal action. Termination of contract for village administrator. Trustee Brown, you have the floor. I request.
So that's an illegal termination of a contract. But Keith Freeman is still sitting there, and Keith Freeman is still there. So what is the illegal termination of a contract for village administrator?
Request that this item be brought before the board and believe executive session to be the appropriate place for the communication, since it involves an employee who alleges to be under contract. So I'm asking for executive session.
Okay, so you motion for it to go in closed session?
Yes,
All right, is there a second?
I'll second.
For personnel, correct?
absolutely.
All right, there's been a motion and second. Please call.
In this room up here.
Trustee Brown?
In this room.
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee
There's no room.
Trustee Holmes?
No, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Motion passed.
Huh. So who's the village administrator under contract? Oh, I don't know. They had to go in executive session for it, right? And now we're going to go over this. Can you see that all right? Let me make it bigger. Pink. There we go. So this is the agenda, April 18th, 2022. Don't worry, we'll get to Tiffany. All these corporate bills, can't be they had a meeting for a while? Okay. Here it is. G, illegal action. Termination of contract of village administrator. Well, at least they spelled illegal, right? Okay. Huh. Oh. I can say the point of the Mako invoice, and I sent the email to Conscious with the full explanation. You were talking about, let me see. I have an exhibit of a court document attached of an invoice for service of one of the police vehicles. In the last live stream, I stated that the invoice on the fleets for vehicles that belong to the village of Dalton, regardless of whether they are leased or not, must have the vehicle info to specify or differentiate the vehicle that is on the warrant list. The invoice should a VIN or serial number or something to identify that particular vehicle. Welp. Here is an invoice attached for service on a police vehicle with Mako. I highlighted the VIN, so if any vehicle that Tiffany leased is on the warrant list, the invoice itself must have that VIN number to identify that vehicle, and the trustee should not approve any expense related to that vehicle, but they did. If they do not have an invoice, they will not know which vehicle they are paying because the warrant list is not detailed at all, which it's not because it doesn't have the invoices attached that we can see, but the trustees see them. Anyway, go on. As a matter of fact, the warrant list should include a description of the item to provide details necessary to approve the expense. I work in finance, but GAAP regulation applies across the board in accounting. Well, that's true. Hey, Annie, how are you? Good to see you. That's true. You know, when it says invoice attached on the warrant list, we just have to take the word for it when the trustees approve these, that they are seeing that invoice. If they don't have the invoice, then don't approve it, of course. But this warrant list that they provide is garbage. And I think we can all agree on that. I think we can all agree on that. But let me get to, well, this is that meeting with the termination. And you're also going to see E, appointment of a new FOIA officer. Okay. So the story I was told was Tiffany took Clerk Key off FOIAs. Okay. But We had a video from Trina Downs just recently where the deputy clerk said they are the FOIA officers. So let me play that.
Is illegal action, termination of contract or,
Sorry, FOIA.
all right, moving on. Discussion on Village of Dalton overdue FOIA items. Trustee House.
Actually, I believe this will.
Well, yeah, Lady Luck, that is a problem. It is a problem. But who makes up the warrant list? Is it the Kasparek group? Is it the village administrator? Why can't we get an agenda on the website? We can't even get an agenda. But we'll go to that website too. Oh, and this,
Okay, so
you know, you're spending millions of dollars a year, millions of dollars a month, and you can't get a sound system that works. This irritates me.
next is appointment of new FOIA officer. That's myself and Attorney Bazali. Basically, I'm going to appoint a FOIA officer because right now, there's a ton of FOIAs coming in to the Village of Dalton, and we need everybody to keep up with the FOIA process. Employees are overwhelmed because it has to go to the FOIA officer and then from the FOIA officer to the department heads. And right now, we are behind, and by being behind, meaning we ask for an extension. So what you can do. So I just want people to know what's going on. And currently, right now, that FOIA officer will be Medina Neely.
Hey, black girl.
FOIA officer.
May I speak? Good evening, residents. As the village clerk, I am the FOIA officer. I was designated by the
Clerk Key is going to go bananas at this point. Black Pearl, how you doing? This
I let you guys how the FOIA process works in this village. When any of you submit a FOIA request, it comes to my office. Because I do not maintain the records of all the departments within this village, I send those requests to whatever department that FOIA request is for. They have 5 days, but actually less than that, to respond to me so that I can respond to the request. Currently, that's not happening. When I send FOIA requests to departments, they are not returning them.
Hey, Scott, how you doing? There's breaks in this video.
Oh.
Not me.
Not to reply to them. I'm doing my job. I'm not receiving the information that I am requesting. As the FOIA officer, the mayor cannot appoint someone else to take my job. I am the village FOIA officer. I am certified by the Attorney General. Not only am I certified, my deputy is certified to conduct the FOIA process. We cannot do our job if the departments aren't providing us with the items that we.
This audio system they have.
Many of you know, since I've been in office, an electronic device so that we can capture and track all the FOIAs that come into the village so that we will know when they come in, who they were sent to, and that we get them back in a timely manner. I have a report here tonight through the electronic system that I brought into the village. And yes, shows 63. Past due because I refuse to respond to them. It is because I'm not being provided the answers. Do you appoint someone else because you're not receiving the information? Why would you appoint someone else? Are people only responding to certain people? As the elected village clerk, I am responsible for FOIAs. Currently, lawsuits are being thrown around. I'm being complained. Complaints are going to the Attorney General's office. They're not going on the mayor. They're not going on anyone else.
Oh, this,
It's me, and I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job in accordance with the FOIA. And when I ask staff, why aren't you returning FOIAs? They're telling me I'm being told not to. I even have documentation to prove that they're being told not to respond. So when you talk about taking my duties, no one's talked about taking your duties. But when you talk about taking my duties, that's a problem when I'm doing my job.
and that's not actually what's happening. So, Clerky, yeah, where are the meeting minutes and the agendas on the website? Henyard, not for Henyard, wants to add a FOIA officer. But, hey, Crush, how are you? But Clerky is going to go off, and she does it in Clerky's classic fashion. Sorry. This video, they spend millions on everything else, and they can't get a sound system working.
I'm
Told ya.
because the mail is not being routed to my office. So you guys need to know the truth. You elected me to come in here and do a job. I'm committed to doing this job, but the village has to work with me. You have to work with me. You have to work with my deputy. I would never intentionally withhold information from anyone who requested within this village, within any community business, as well as the people who come in here and request information. I would never intentionally withhold information because I took an oath to be transparent, and that's what I am.
All right. So, basically,
And I'm sorry, I just like you guys to see. I have 2 certifications here from the Attorney General. One for Allison Key.
Certification for FOIAs. You have to be certified. You just can't appoint someone. Hey, Trina. You can't just appoint somebody for a FOIA officer. You have to be certified. See those papers Clerky's handing up? But where the hell are the minutes? Where are the agendas? At least an agenda on the website. Clerk Key and now Deputy Clerk, Lady Luck, they type up the minutes. Keeper of the records.
And one for my deputy, Eris Montgomery. We are certified. You just
This damn.
officer, they don't know what they're doing.
okay, so that's her side, now here's my side.
That's the truth.
The clerk isn't doing her job. The clerk barely comes to work. You can come in with a towel, you won't see it. When I say Mary Kay, I miss you, I miss you.
The clerk is part-time. Hey, Dave, Cynthia. So good to see you.
She do not work the hours she's supposed to.
Oh,
Blame when the heat.
this crappy audio system they have drives me insane. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, Mary Kay. She was something. Fix your damn audio. Fix your damn website. Yes.
Not give you what you're saying. But when you just sit up here and say that they did not, my staff know that. They know to give everything as it relates to a FOIA out right away. Because at the end of the day, they have to uphold the law.
Mary Stein.
Okay, one second. The other issue I have, Mayor, I take a lot of heat for every and anything that goes on in the village with the board. I'm not taking any heat for the clerk as relates to any FOIA because
That's Arius sitting there in the right lower corner. And yes, she is W clerk.
We do have emails as it relates to things that we turn in to the clerk to make sure she gets it out. But if she comes to her, it will get out in the mail to you like it should. And it has not been because the clerk has been absent. So I want the facts on the record, it's all for the record, clerk, that we do our part as it relates to my department heads. So I just want that to be known. Yeah, can I, let me get a floor from him, right?
Okay, sure.
Okay, attorney?
Sure, and then just for the edification of the board. I'm reading from section 3.5 of the Freedom of Information Act, which reads, each public body shall designate one or more official.
This audio system just sucks.
Again, the public body shall designate to act as its Freedom of Information officer or officers. So there can be multiple FOIA officers. The clerk does have her certification, and I believe that the deputy clerk also has a certification. That's correct. Now, again, to the issue of appointments, I am reading from section 5-3.1, 30-5A. The mayor or the president, as the case may be, by and with the advice and consent of the city council or the board of trustees, subsection 11, may appoint, subsection 11, other officers necessary to carry into effect the powers conferred upon municipalities. So the proposition here tonight was to appoint someone in addition to serve as the Freedom of Information officer. And then again, reading from the statute, each public body shall designate one or more of officials or employees to act as its Freedom of Information officer or officers.
Are you letting her?
Okay, so it's an addition to Clerk Key and
Well-
Arias.
Out here. Unfortunately, the mayor want me to be an employee. I am not a full-time employee here. That's why I have a deputy clerk who's a full-time employee. She's here every day. I'm here more than what she say. I also work from my home because I've set up devices where I can work from home. In regards to me just simply not answering reporters, I can't believe that she's sitting here saying it. She don't know.
Oh, believe it, Clerk Key. Of course she's saying it. I have a question for the chat. Why is the village clerk part-time and the deputy clerk full-time? It kind of looks a little backwards to me, but here we go.
What goes on in my office? She's never come to my office to inquire about anything. So when I realized that.
Oh, this audio sucks. I'm telling you. They never stopped doing minutes. They approve them every board meeting, Lady Luck. They approve them every board meeting. Well, when High Society Management and others took over the website, they all disappeared. So I don't know why they're not up. They should be. You can't even get an agenda. Oh, Instram's here.
Which administrator, I said, look, I'm receiving the information that I should receive to respond to these employers. And I'd like to see whatever documentation she has that shows that I don't do my job. The VA village administrator told me, you know what he told me? Because I said, we're going to be subject to lawsuits. He said, let them sue us. Do we want to spend our tax-paying dollars like this? Do we want people to sue us just because no one wants to reply to FOIAs? Did I want to sue her? No. I just simply want to do my job. Let the staff do their job. The staff is not lying. I have documentation. And I will be willing to show it in a law of court that people.
Why not show it now? Why do you have to wait till court?
To respond to my FOIAs. I am telling you how it is. I am a clerk who works round the clock. It doesn't have to be in this building because I've set up mechanism to work from my home wherever I choose to work. I keep the business done. I've had people send me emails on Saturday. I've had people send me things on Sundays, and I've responded. So to sit here and say I'm not doing my job, I am insulted. I am totally insulted because I go beyond my job. Since I've taken that office, I've put mechanisms to place to make this place run more effectively. That's why we have an electronic FOIA system to track every FOIA that come into this office, to track how long it takes those FOIAs to be completed. I make sure.
Well, hot damn. You have got a list of every FOIA that comes through the office and when it is issued out. Hey, Tedra, how are you? Good to see you. Well, in Strand, that's not true in the Thornton Township because Burgundy Blue Commentary has put up a lot of FOIA requests.
All the staff was trained on this system so they would not have any problems recognizing and knowing how to reply. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Not only did I make sure they were trained, but I also gave them a link so if they forgot something, they can always go back and refresh their memory on what they need to do. So yeah, staff is afraid here, but it's not because we're threatening them. That's because they're being threatened by someone else. I am friendly with every single village employee.
I'm sorry, Scott. I forgot to say hi. How are you? Yeah, they go back years on Thornton
They're not
Township.
afraid of me. We can walk through these doors. So to say that I'm not doing my job, I am just totally insulted. I have documentation to prove. Show me where I have not intentionally not responded to a FOIA.
Okay.
Show that to me. Show it to me. No, now you want me to wrap up because I'm telling the truth.
No, you had the floor for like 10 minutes.
Well, however long it takes.
Anything else?
However long it takes. So I don't want you, the residents of Dalton, who voted me into this position, to think that I didn't come here to do a job. I've lived here for over 30 years and I'm very passionate about this village. So why would I take a position just to walk? In fact, the mayor begged me to get on her ticket. So why would I intentionally not do my job when
Oh, this audio. Spending millions and we get...
I have clerk's office, in fact, I'm scheduled for training this week. So to be told or to be stated that I'm not doing my job, I am just totally insulted.
All right, thank you. Next on the agenda.
Okay, now I'm voting on it.
Hey, Enrique.
Yes.
Is there a motion in a second?
Good to see you.
I apologize.
60?
Yes.
No, there was not a motion or a second.
Were we done with comments?
Yeah, let's do a motion tonight. Is there a motion to approve, Medina Neely as the new FOIA officer? Is there a motion? Okay. All right.
Okay, so the board voted and it failed to have another FOIA officer. Yeah, I don't think anybody has control in Dalton. Yeah, it goes, Thornton Township goes back years. So why is Tiffany Henyard not stopping Clerk Wells? Yeah. Agreed, they should. Yeah, they should post everything on that website, and they're not. You can't even get an agenda. Peace sakes. Yeah, I don't think any of them have control. I don't know. Did she? I didn't hear her. She said she's not doing her job. Yeah, but why do you have to have court exhibits? Yeah. Well, but the village of Dalton isn't run by Tiffany Henyard. That website is not run by Tiffany Henyard. And welcome, Annie Grant. It's Gant. I'm sorry, Grant. I was watching Grants this morning. It's they paid High Society Management $3,500 for that piece of crap website. Really? Okay. Tiffany is the problem, not Clerk. Did I say Clerk Key is a problem? Did anybody hear me say Clerk Key is the problem? I don't know. Maybe somebody said that in the chat. But why can't we get meeting minutes in Strand? And, oh yeah, should I? Thank you for this lovely email. You want a peace treaty. But didn't you say in the last live you were in, you're 1,000 times more knowledgeable than I am? That doesn't really get you places with me. So I take what you say as a grain of salt. And why are you so hung up on Tiffany Henyard? No, the mayor did not take that from them. The board paid High Society Management $3,500 for website design, which is the Village of Dalton. And it's not being done. They have that information. I don't think you should be mayor and supervisor anyways. So, yeah, March 2021, isn't it? But, oh, Scott, oh, I've got something. I found a little something that's hidden away. So there are some meeting minutes when there's a board package. Here they are. This is 2022. And I found some interesting things on this. Oh, look, corporate bills. February 2022. Now, why is the village in a deficit? Can you see that pretty good? Let's see. Bink. Why is the village in a deficit? Because of all these stupid bonds they get out. See them all? 1, 2, 3. You're missing Homewood Disposal. Oh, there's Homewood Disposal bonds. That's why this village is in a deficit. $3,312,856.27. Why that large of a total for one warrant list? AP warrant list, 2021, December 31st. Because they take out bonds every year, 4 bonds. You can see here, $1 million here, $1 million there. Here's $1 million, there's $1 million everywhere, $1 million. Because they can't pay their bills. So they have to take out a bond, a loan, payday loan, if you would. No, Crush, she shouldn't be. She shouldn't be. So they take out loans every single year. Every single year. They pay them back when the people pay their property taxes. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And in Strand, if you want to talk to me, you can come up and talk. How about that? Because I want to hear your voice. Oh, let's see. I know I saw credit cards. Oh, my goodness. Credit card services. Fifth Third credit card. Oh, my goodness. Why would the mayor be shut out of her own email if she's in control? She's not, yeah, Scott, she's not in control. She's just, the website, she's not in control. Let me clarify that. Well, yeah, because she is the leader, and the leader always gets blamed. Let's just face it. Yeah. Instagram, would you like to come up so we can hear your voice? Or are you going to pretend that you can't get online? Because here you are. We'd all love to hear from you. You didn't get court documents for meeting minutes. Oh, no, I didn't think you did. But why would you have to, right? Because they should be on the village website. And you can't even get an agenda, let alone the meeting minutes. So what the hell's on the agenda? If you want to go back and, you just can't tell. And look, invoices on the right-hand side. And what are these credit cards for? Office supplies. Should Henyard be mayor? No. Should she be supervisor? Oh, gosh. Do I think Nate Fields, after that little tryst I saw at the Thornton Township Hall, where he was involved in the brawl, be supervisor? No. No. There's your Homewood disposal. Interest, principal. Everybody's talking about receipts. I've been giving receipts for months. Months. And what? You just want to ignore these receipts. February 7th. These are in the board packages. The board knows. And I can't see the chat right now. I'm sorry. Get that better, closer up. There we go. Oh, Amazon. Office supplies. Oh, $2,000 to remove a log pile. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Who's in charge of, well, which one? Because each department purchases, does purchasing. Yeah, there should be invoices for everything. Ooh, handheld camera. Is there a handheld camera on there? Oh, I can't go back. Oh, it must be astronomic. This is 95 pages long. Okay. But what I do want to go to, and I'm sorry I can't see the chat as I'm going through this because it's online. What I do want to go through is, what do the trustees get? Oh, Delgado, $39,000. She said $600,000 for the recall. That was just for the trustee's lawyer. It's a lot more than that. Don't let anybody get you twisted on that. Why didn't they vote her out like that? I don't know, because different states, different rules. I know the Republicans are trying to get. Oh, Cynthia just answered it for me. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, let's get down. This is a lengthy one. Eric Price getting meals reimbursement. Are you related to Keith Price? Insurance, 5-star. 5-star. $48,000. You people cannot afford all of this. You just can't. It's ridiculous. But everybody wants receipts. I've been showing receipts for months. I don't know what you don't get about it. They might be crappy receipts, but they're receipts. It's what everybody gets. There's Mako again for a Ford Taurus. Bumper. $4,587.62 for a bumper. I don't have a car, so I don't know. I don't know how much it costs anymore. I haven't had a car in years. Okay, let's get going. I don't want to give you a... Well, here's Olson, right? $21,857. And the people that are winning are the lawyers. Of course, we got Karski and Sons doing... didn't they just have that on the last one? Log piles. How many logs are there in Dalton? Yeah, break. I'm not going to call the company a scam, but there is something about this tree cutting stuff and grass cutting and snow blowing when Public Works should be doing it. Dear Lord, I don't want to make your eyes go blank, but my mother just got up. Here's where I want to go. There we go. There, let me make it smaller. My mother just got up, so I hope you can't hear her TV. Checks. These are checks that the trustees get. So serve and save. How are you? Good to see you. Please hit the like button, and if you so do choose, subscribe. Oh my gosh. Agreements. I don't know what that's all about because I missed the entire conversation. The trustees receive this ledger. This is a board package I'm showing you. Okay. Yeah, the Republicans are trying to change the recall system. Even if okay. Talking to somebody else, I guess. So, why do the trustees say, because you see here on your left, that's the check number, 82004. You see the check numbers. So why can't we see the board package? Let's see what the board actually gets. Instead of flashing up, they all do it. Flash up, paperwork and all this bullshittery. These are all the checks that were issued. So Home Depot got $10,000. Motor sales, $52,892.90 and $26,457.10. Can I tell you what it was for? No. But the trustees know. And so does Henyard. And so is the administration. These are all checks. Undisputable, black and white. Everybody wants receipts. I show receipts. That's what I've always done. 2-part vote required to recall that girl, and the trustees didn't have both votes. No, because Olson pulled that recall before for Mayor Rogers, who wanted to recall Tiffany Henyard, Robert Hunt, and was it Stan Brown, I believe? And he lost that one too. He should have learned the first time. Why didn't Odelson learn? I have no idea. Absolutely, Chris. Absolutely. And we've heard from the trustees that they don't have the invoice, so they're not going to approve it. This is an entire board package, but I did want to share that because they do see the checks and the check numbers. Okay, they see them. They all see them. All elected officials get this board packet. You can't deny it. Oh, yeah, the lone gunman on the grassy knoll. Yeah, why did that FOIA email address change? And where does it go now? Who does it go to? Do we even know? Yeah. Well, I have to assume, which makes an ass out of you and me, that the trustees do get the invoices. However, Potato, good to see you, my friend. But we have to assume that the trustees get the invoices. If they don't get the invoices, they don't approve the bill. That's what we've seen in the past. That's what we see today. No, the board approved these. And that's the thing. Such a Tiffany hater in Strand. Do you want the invite to come up and talk? Why are you so vehemently against Tiffany Henyard? Not that I care for her. But why are you so vehemently? Who are you in Strand with 1,000 times more knowledge than I have? Are you going to come up or are you just going to chit chat? Mm-hmm. Yes, it does get more twisted. I could show receipts till I'm blue in the face and people will say she's still stealing. And where are the receipts? She doesn't put them up, but I do. Oh, I don't hate anybody. I don't even know what that term means. I've never felt hate. I'm not quite sure. I don't. Listening to her just makes me cringe sometimes. But yeah. Yes, French is. Okay. Before we get to the Henyard video, I just want to post this. Add that. Because that's a long document, 95 pages. All right, so what do we have? We have from Henyard's video. But this is that 561K check to K5. Okay. Supposedly only Henyard. You know what I haven't found? I have not found that anywhere that it was taken out of the bank. That's what I haven't found. No, I just cringe. I don't think anybody's innocent in this mess. Personally. I don't. But watch Go Political. He explains that check. Now, this check. August 2024. Jason House, why are you signing a check? Yeah, I heard there's an American Express. I don't have any paperwork on American Express cards. Isn't that something? You would think that they would be on the warrant list. However, the warrant lists that are put up on the village website are not complete. And I have to question why. So if High Society Management, who is owned by none other than Nikita Cloud, is responsible for this website design, okay, and communications, which I believe, and I'm not quite sure, but communications, who would that be? Ed Steve? I don't know. Is he working for the village? So why are they picking and choosing what to put up on the website? Let's take a look. Jason, why are you signing a check to your lawyer August 2024 and we cannot get that warrant list? The long history is saying that she used funds without clearing it. Yeah, that's what they say. But have they provided proof of it? See, I like these little receipts, you know, proof. Have they provided proof that she has stolen all this money? Lloyd Lightfoot sure as hell didn't. There goes $30K plus. Yeah, but the ordinance reads, if the mayor is unavailable, right, to do so. Only if the mayor is unavailable. And did the ordinance say or unwilling? Was that in there? Yeah. Oh, I just discussed that. Sorry. I'm all behind on the comments. Which court order? Oh, she pulled a trick by showing an old court order, but, well, they put in a new ordinance. Jason House can sign checks if the mayor is unavailable. Boils down to the fact that there was no invoice attached. She didn't follow the ordinance on getting the clerk's signature. Or did she? And was that check cashed? Was this check cashed? We can go that route. Were any of these checks cashed? Do you want me to prove the ordinance was passed? Where Jason House can sign checks? It was in the board meeting. The board approved it. Yeah. And why aren't they on the website? No, there is no link to those. Because Clerk Key said the ordinance would be up on the website, along with meeting minutes. They stated that in a board meeting. We just don't. This is what drives me insane. I take the time, watch board meeting minutes or board meetings, go over all of these warrant lists, show proof of who's spending and who's not spending. And it's like air. But wait, where's the ordinance? And I'm not picking on you, Lady Luck, but where's the ordinance? They said it in the board meeting, giving Jason House permission to sign checks if the mayor is unavailable. It's in the board meeting. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand this world where somebody says something and everybody just goes along because they say it. I don't believe in that. I want proof. Before anybody says anything, I want proof. In 2024, Crush? He only signed what he was allowed to. Yeah, that's a dead link, Scott. Forget it. Well, who's breaking what ordinance? Is Jason House breaking an ordinance by signing this check? Is just a question. Hey, Dave. How are you? Well, yeah. So, and that's what I've been doing for months and months and months. Instead of listening to all the Tiffany hate, I want to see proof. I have been showing warrant lists. I've been showing old board meetings, which are very important because you cannot get meeting minutes from Clerk Key. Clerk Key doesn't have to go to another department to put up. Well, they stated it in the meeting, and you would be able to get that ordinance if they would put it up on the website. No, yeah. Yeah. They did. And everything was taken off of that website, and it wasn't added back on. When needed, yeah. Why did he need it in August of 2024? That's my question. Yeah. Well, ask Clerk Key. She has them all. They get approved every board meeting. Yeah. And that's the thing. What can be proven? Yes, we know that. And Strand, you're not telling me anything different that I don't already know. There's an ordinance in place if Henyard is not available. There you have it. Thank you, Crush. Well, do we have proof of that, Black Pearl? Do we have proof that $6 million worth of checks are sitting on somebody's desk? Or is it just somebody said it? Kiana Belcher said it. That's our proof? Well, everybody wants proof. I've been showing the warrant list like forever. Oh, yeah, she did. She did. Well, get with Trina on that one because Trina's got the dirt on that. Using the stamp. Okay. Why isn't she in jail for using a government instrument? That's what I want to know. That she should be in jail. Talk about as a meeting, object to house she spends without their approval. Well, yeah. And people can say anything that they want to, but it would be in the meeting minutes. And why aren't they posting them? Why aren't they posting agendas? Yeah, I don't think Clerk Key has access, but Nikita Cloud's company, who did the web design and communications, does. But they're only putting up select items. Select. Oh, there's a court document. I haven't seen them. Boy, you really hate Henyard, don't you? You really hate her. You really do. That's a bad thing to have in your stomach, is hatred. It doesn't do any good to hate somebody. Well, how many ordinances have the trustees violated? And she was put back on the bank account, right? Oh, hi, Rom. It's so good to see you. Oh, I'm way past. Okay. Okay, Ken. She herniate. I don't know what that word means because I've never hated anything. So I don't know what that means. Yeah, February 25th. And how is Jason going to fix this problem? Where are the $6 million worth of checks? Who are they issued to? I'd like to see them all. If they're there. She's not going to jail. They don't want her going to jail because she'll tell on everybody. Yeah, I don't know what hate. I don't know what hate means. I really don't. Yeah. The judge won't back up their orders. That must be St. Patrick's. Payments are approved and the checks are written and not cash. Should that not mean something? Yes, definitely. Have we seen the checks that have not been cashed is my question. Because people say it, but is it true? Because I haven't seen any checks that haven't been cashed. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I really dislike her. Should she be mayor? No. Oh, should she be supervisor? Hell no. God. Well, somebody, Lady Luck, said she's earned the hate. So that's where that came from. You know. Well, the trustees have been accused of violating things that they were supposed to do for court too. You know. I don't think she's going to jail because nobody wants them to. Yes, I do dislike her passionately. But I just want to see receipts. There you go. I can. Yeah, I really honestly don't know what hate feels like. Well, I think a lot of people need to go to jail in that administration. Yeah, Trina said so. That's got to be true. Where did Trina go? Are you still lurking in the bushes, Trina? Yeah, I know they're mentioned. But why can't we see them? This is a check Jason wrote. And then I showed the 561 check to K5, who is an asphalt company that does work all over the country. Big one. This is for the lawyer, trustee's lawyer. Oh Lord, how many lawsuits have been filed against the village, against the township? I don't think my spreadsheet would list that many. They list a lot of things. Yeah, 4 years. Yeah, it's just it is. Well, that's what people say. Well, yeah. Look at what she's done. Well, has she done anything illegal? And I don't think she's going to go to jail. I honestly don't, because she has too many secrets. That's why they keep wanting her to get out of the race. Oh, yeah. I've seen one meeting. Well, yeah, nobody said it wasn't. Did anybody say it wasn't? I said, why are you signing this? Is Tiffany not available to write this check? Because that's what the ordinance says. He's allowed to sign the checks in the absence of the mayor. That's what the ordinance is. I bring up the ordinances, however, they won't post them on the website. You know? Oh, jeez, that. Dear Lord. In the Tahoe. Okay, jeez. That Tahoe. But the board is approving the payments of that Tahoe. Well, they were. As I understand it, they're not paying leases for vehicles anymore. Why was he signing this? But she got back on the bank accounts, didn't she? Didn't she get back on the bank account? Yes, as pro temp, in the absence of the mayor. Oh, she never got back on that bank account. She's not on that bank account right now? Yes. Is it 5 or 4? Oh, we can't wait. But I want to see what's going to happen when Jason gets in. Will we know? Will the website be updated then? Will we know the full scale? But, you know, you want to talk about the village being in all of this debt, right? But, and I keep talking about this, and nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to see proof. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to talk about this. Bonds. 2009, a bond. $1,132,500. 9B, $409,667.50. 9C, $1,115,400. Home disposal bonds, $300,583.34. The trustees vote on these bonds to get these bonds. Why doesn't anybody talk about the bonds? You want to know why this village is in debt? Here is millions of dollars staring you flat in the face. Are you going to cover this? No. You're not. Are you going to discuss any channel out there? Are you going to discuss the bonds that this village owes? No. You never have. You never will. And I don't get it. I don't understand what the problem is. You know, you want to say Tiffany stole all the money, but here are all the bonds they have taken from 2009. These are continuation bonds. This is not a 2009 warrant list. They take these out every single year. So you want to talk about ordinances, but let's talk about bonds and why they have to take out bonds every single year. Yeah, that won't get the clicks and views. I don't make money on this channel. And I actually lose money because I'm not looking at my races. Well, now I'm asking about the bonds. If they can't repay the bonds, it's because they have no money. No, Lady Luck. I'm sorry, I have to disagree. They have been taking bonds out since 2009. It's right there on the screen. Homewood disposal bond. Every single year, this village has taken out bonds to pay the bills, and they pay back the bonds with property taxes. And I'm not going to say anything else until somebody else talks about the bonds. And what about the city of Chicago that they had to settle $11 million to pay them back in 2017? Why doesn't anybody talk about that? Why doesn't anybody talk about this? Bonds. Money owed to the city of Chicago for water. There it is, black and white. And you can look in every board meeting, usually around May, December. That's when they make the bond payments, because that's when the property taxes come in. This village has been broke forever. It didn't start with Tiffany Henyard. It just didn't. Is she a bad leader? Yes. Should she be mayor or supervisor? No. But how are you going to fix this village when you have always been in debt? Forever. Nobody wants to talk about that. 2017, $8 million settlement, I believe it was, and then with the interest, it was $11 million. They are still paying that today. They won't be finished paying off that bill until 2028, if they make the payments on time. So why aren't we talking about this? They have done this since 2009. How is this Tiffany's fault? How is it? They pay them twice a year, payments back. No, this is out of the general fund. It's not a specific fund. This is out of the general fund. So why, Lady Luck, is no one covering all of these bonds since 2009? Homewood disposal, they get a bond every year. Why aren't they talking about this? And why aren't they talking about the bill they owe to Chicago? Also, it's okay. So it's okay that they are millions of dollars in debt. And you can see it right here because they take out loans since 2009. How is that Tiffany's fault? Tiffany made the deficit worse. How much did that recall cost? Millions. Yes, I'd love to, Scott. Where can I find them? Why isn't anybody talking? Tiffany's to blame for these bonds, John? Tiffany, in 2009, she wasn't a trustee back then. Yeah. Which I haven't seen proof of, by the way. I saw a couple of things. So, what are we going to do? Sit and wait? And nobody wants to talk about this? Oh, I didn't listen to him. I don't listen to him. So I don't know what he said about bonds. These bonds have been taken out every single year since 2009. Well, yeah, but you know, everybody wants to blame Tiffany. Has she overspent? Yes. Does she have her stupid face on everything? Yes. Yeah, I said stupid, sorry. Should she be mayor? Is she a leader? Should she be supervisor? No. How has she stolen the money? Why are they in debt? Because they have always been in debt. I'm not trying to have an argument with you, Lady Luck. I hope I don't sound like that. But nobody discusses bonds or the city of Chicago water bill. What about Rogers when he was mayor? They were in such a deficit that Muhammad, Stubbs, Pearson, and Denton wiped out Rogers' entire administration because they were so broke. In 2017, the state was ready to take over Dalton because they were broke. In 2013, they didn't have a dime in the bank account. They were that broke. Hey, TK. They were that broke. This is a pattern for this village. It's not going to end with Tiffany Henyard. I hope Jason does get in. I want to see what he's going to do. I want to see how transparent he's going to be because they are lacking transparency. Well, everybody is accusing her of stealing all the money. And the village is broke because of Tiffany Henyard. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is what I'm trying to get at. You know, you're talking about $40,000 to Amazon. In front of you, there are millions of dollars. But nobody talks about that. And do you think that they just pay the bond back? No. $25,000 interest? Oh, thank you. I don't mean to sound argumentative, but nobody wants to talk about this. And I don't understand why. I hope Jason does get in. I'd like to see how he's going to fix this village because he's not going to be able to. Because of this in front of you. Because of this. Oh, yeah. 2009. She's feeding the people with their own money. Every mayor has done that. Every supervisor has done that. They've all done it. How has she stolen all the money? Why is this village broke? I just want proof. And I haven't seen it. I've seen people say it. Now, what are you going to do when Tiffany's gone? Yeah, why didn't they have life insurance? Yeah, well, this is the system. So, taking out bonds, waiting for the taxpayers to pay their property tax and pay it back. Yeah. Prove it. Prove that to me. All by yourself created a $33 million default judgment. No. No. The trustees walked out of that meeting. You have such hatred for her. Why? She's going to be gone in a couple days. What are you trying to prove to me, Instrand? With your 1,000 times more knowledge than I have. What do you have to prove? Yeah, Annie, was that check cashed? With just her signature. Was it cashed? Oh, yeah. Let me play that. Thanks for reminding me, Wyoming. Let me see. And please, hit the like button. Let me share that. Because it's just not Dalton. Nobody wants to talk about those bonds. Isn't that curious? This is so curious. Let's find out what happened in Cook County. Here we go.
Well, some critics say Illinois relies too much on property taxes for school funding when compared to other states. Now some experts are predicting a property tax apocalypse in southern Cook County because an assessment increase there can hit homeowners harder. Are you worried that you'll lose your home?
I am.
Ann Dugervo and her husband bought their dream home in unincorporated South Suburban Homewood in 2021.
We're not going to be able to afford it. It's just that simple.
They're not sure they can stay after their property tax assessment went up by nearly $300,000, making the tax bill even higher. Like many other residents in the south suburbs, she pays a high tax rate. Their homeowners' rates are between about 14 and 43%, but in the north suburbs, they're 12% or less.
The thought of losing it over taxes is heartbreaking.
Now her property tax bill will jump from $6,000 a year to at least $18,000.
It's going to double my mortgage.
We're going to see ghost towns created all across the southern and western suburbs.
Attorney Mario Reed recently held this seminar with concerned homeowners, and he says he's received hundreds of calls from people in the south and southwest suburbs with similar complaints.
They're going to lose their homes, and there's not going to be anyone who's going to come in behind them because the taxes are just unsustainable.
So why are property tax rates so much higher in south and southwest suburbs? You see, the rates are driven mostly by money needed to fund schools. And since experts say those southern suburbs have fewer businesses, fewer occupied homes, and fewer high-priced homes than northern suburbs, there is more of a tax burden on south suburban homeowners. So what does the state contribute to schools? Illinois only paid 24% of the public education budget in 2022, much less when compared to most states. Governor J.B. Pritzker's office says that number has increased since he's taken office and that he's added $1.8 billion to school funding. The state adding that the governor has helped municipalities with $200 million in new grants.
My visual for this, it is a broken system. It's broken.
But Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas agrees with Reed and says closing businesses are contributing to the problem.
As commercial buildings go down, as they crash and fewer commercial buildings exist, the residences all over the county are picking up all those taxes.
And she says there's the problem of more homeowners exiting.
If everybody keeps leaving, those who are left take on the entire financial burden.
Dugervo may be seeing some tax relief after the I-Team inquired about her assessment increase. The Cook County Assessor's Office said they assessed the land incorrectly and they're now working to help fix it. But she's still concerned about higher tax rates in her area and school funding driving up those costs.
It's a lot of money and it's not justified.
It is tough. Experts say if your assessment went up and you want to prepare now, you can pay more money into your escrow for your property taxes. Rob Sherrill, if you do have concerns about how schools are funded by property taxes, you can contact your state legislator. That is always the best bet to try to get change. But as of tonight, as you saw, property taxes through the roof for many people.
Yeah, wow. Thank you for that, Wyoming. Hey, Instrand. Show me proof. Email me those meetings. Exact timestamps. Because I'll show you mine. On that $33 million default judgment. Yeah. Get the F out while you can, if you can, because property, this is Southland. This is the South suburbs. It's not just Dalton. No, but there is a limit on those liquor licenses. Hey, John, how are you today? Wouldn't be surprised if Henyard were sipping too much of Tiffany's special Kool-Aid. Could be. I'm not a Tiffany supporter. But I want proof. But nobody wants to talk about the bonds. Millions of dollars. Kiana Belcher, why aren't you throwing up those, papers and flashing them to everybody? Look at all the bonds we take out every year. Why wasn't it in the Lori Lightfoot report? Yes, help us all. Oh, Massachusetts is a mess. It's another blue state, isn't it? 33 counties in Illinois that are red want to leave Illinois because of Cook County. Crook County. Oh, she's demanded bribes. Do you have proof of that? Do you have proof of that, Instrand? You better have proof on that. Uh-oh. That could be something legal in what you're saying. If you can't prove it, prove it. Please prove it with your 1,000 times more knowledge than mine. Yeah, Lansing. I don't trust any of them either, John. But that's my point. Nobody wants to talk about the bonds in the city of Chicago, the millions and millions of dollars. And what about the $4 million coming up this year that they're going to have to pay for thanks to Mayor Rogers? Yes, $25,000 interest. Yeah, I think they all need to go, but I hope Jason House does get in. That would trump any meeting. Yeah, I haven't found any court records on it. I don't think. I haven't looked in a while. The checks wasn't cashed. Rental that went to court, Tiffany and Kamal paying $200 a month. But the owner had to increase. And they cut it. What happened to that case? What happened to that case? They're in court for everything. Yeah, you won't be able to come back. You start flashing out those signs. Yes. But is she the only one being investigated? How did the firefighters get their contract? How did the trustees pull that off? Well, I used to catch them. Well, why don't you show me? And why don't you come up here? Here. This is for Instrand. Oops, wrong button. Odin. Let's hear from you. Let's hear from you. Come on. Come on up. Kitty, 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 kitty. Come on up. Send me the video. Come on up. Yes. Has been for a while. Sending me emails. Call me a coward. Yeah. A saint. How much is owed? Well, it might be down to 4 million now because the agreement, well, the settlement was made in 2017. Or Kamala's paying the rent. Okay, well, was Tiffany Henyard's name on that rent agreement? I don't even care where she lives. Who the hell cares where she lives? Who the hell cares about her wigs? Who the hell cares about her makeup? I don't give a crap. Well, little muffin, you got the link in the chat. Click on it. Let's hear from you. Come on. Kitty, 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 kitty. If you have proof, why haven't you sent it to me? Man, little chicken. Yeah. Isn't that something? Oh, they sure do. They deserve, well, they're supposed to be getting back pay too, right? TK. Bargaining agreement needed to be renewed. Yeah, it needed to be renewed years ago when Henyard first got into office for the firefighters, if that's what you're talking about. There's an issue with getting back money that came from the wages that never went to the insurance company. Okay. Well, that was a Tahoe. And it also had, what's her name? Trinica? Tangenique. That's it. Tangenique. Oh. I looked at that agreement. And I didn't see her signature. It was kind of odd. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. But nobody wants to talk about bonds. And how much the village owes in bonds. Millions of dollars in bonds. Every single year. It's amazing. It's amazing. Commingling of funds? Yes, we've seen it. Between Thornton and Dalton, of course. Of course we've seen it. This is not an idiot channel. We put up actual receipts. Well, yeah, they did. Well, thank you, Daves. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm supposed to say hi from Douglas. Thank you. Yes, Mama Conscious, she's taking a nap. Yeah. Rental lease of the house. Yeah, that house. Yeah. I'm going to ignore you, Instran, until you send me proof. Or why don't you click on that link? You have so much to say. So little time. French Wrench wants you to prove it. So, why don't you show me evidence of bribes? And I will plaster all of... Why hasn't any other channel given proof of bribes? Why not? Prove it. Because you're a little chicken. Because you won't click on the link and come on here. Because I know who you are. And then everybody else would too. Yeah, the first rental. Yeah. Yeah, she did. Laura, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. Yeah, everybody wants to see the receipts on those bribes. Did you send it in my email yet, Instran? Did you send it? Let me check. Let me check real quick. Hold on. Nope, nothing there. Nada. Oh, thanks, Karen. There's a board meeting tonight in the township. Yeah. Don't want to click on it? No. Don't want to show proof? You got proof of bribes. Holy shit. Instran has proof of bribes done by Tiffany Henyard. Proof. Actual proof. We're done. She's guilty. She's going to jail. My work is done here because Instran has proof of bribery. Yeah, crush. Instran, where'd you go? Called you out, didn't I? Because you can't prove it. You have no physical proof. But I show proof of all the millions of dollars that Dalton has always owed. I don't care about her hair. I don't care about her living above a car wash. I don't think anything about that. She's not a leader. She runs her mouth. Oh, you just emailed me the proof. Okay. All right. All right. Here it comes. Should I download it? Easy. Oh, none. Okay. This is proof of bribery. Okay. This is Instran's proof. Since you won't get up here. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you. Master's. Yeah. Right. Master's degree. In what? Never. I won't say it. I won't say it. All right. Let's see the proof of bribery. This is proof. Tiffany Henyard has bribed. Okay, here it comes. Here it is. Okay. That is contempt of court. What's the proof of bribes? Because the media said so, Donna B says. The $50,000 cash she was trying to pay someone in Atlanta. I didn't hear about that, Michael. To doctor false bank statements. No, I did not hear about that. Ooh, do tell. I didn't hear about that one. Yeah, it must be true. Yes, thank you, Lady Luck, for that. I know I'll have to go back through these. Accusations are accusations. That's not proof. Oh. Yeah. Like Tiffany. I know, we've all heard that. We all know they went to court for liquor licenses. That's never been a dispute. Never. Once. Well, I guess real proof is in the pudding, as they say. All right. That's good to see you, Laura. All right, let's go to this. Yeah, do tell. We all want that proof. That's not proof. It's a court, and it's a newscast.
And unfortunately, there's little difference between the spectacle perpetrated by Jedediah Brown at the meeting and the spectacle perpetrated by Lori Lightfoot at her meeting before.
And now to South Suburban Dalton and the investigation.
It's Lightfoot, not Lightfit. Sorry.
To find out if money is being mishandled there. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has been investigating Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard for months now. Tonight, she gives her final report.
Oh, God, Instran. Why don't you click on the link? Do you need it again? Why can't you click on that link, Instran? There it is. because you are chicken. Because I know who you are, and you don't want anybody to know who you are, because then they'll hear your voice. And I'm just done with you. Oh, okay, Lady Luck. Oh, he's going live too. Oh, doggone it. Okay. Let's finish up with this. No, it's not obvious. It's everybody's saying it's not obvious. Here's Henyard's video. We have to go through this. I'll try to behave, Lady Luck.
Report.
She goes before the people contending that she's going to expose theft and misuse of funds by who? By Tiffany Henyard.
We were tasked with looking into irregularities, allegations of irregularities regarding financial mismanagement by Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
But she spent her entire presentation talking about things done by other people, by accountants, by disgraced Dalton official Keith Freeman, who's doing these things. Nowhere in her presentation did she say, or could she say, that Mayor Henyard approved a single one of the expenses that she was discussing. In fact, the bulk of the information that was masqueraded to be the results of an investigation was already contained in standard village audits. There was no.
No, that's an audit from 2021. Where's the rest of the audits? Well, then she should be in jail. If people have testified, I want that testimony. Court testimony. But you're too chicken to click on that link. So we can't hear your voice. Is she really trying the school board? Please tell me that's not true, Karen. Ugh.
Real investigation. It was political theater, or a disgraced former mayor wanted another chance at the limelight that's not earned.
Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has lost her bid for re-election. She conceded the race last night after failing to get enough votes to qualify for a runoff in the crowded primary.
What Lori Lightfoot failed to mention, during most of the time period that she's supposedly investigating, the Board of Trustees unlawfully kept Mayor Henyard from being on the bank account. She had to go to court just to get on the account.
When other people come and do work in our village, y'all need to pay them. Do not hold up their money and think you're going to get it paid to do nothing. So we're going to do the same thing until you pay them people, then y'all get y'all check.
She don't have the authority to do that.
Watch me. Watch. You're not even.
Damn, Belcher, you want your check. You went to court to get that check, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
On the bank account.
So next, old business. So just to clear this up so the residents and everybody know what's going on.
Thank you, Lola. Oh, somebody that makes sense. Oh, thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. We've got somebody with common sense. Yes.
Basically, this board of trustees have put the village in financial despair. They put us in court several different times. If anyone's not following, they cost us over $600,000 for a recall for this attorney to get paid off of.
It wasn't $600,000. Might have been $600,000 for that lawyer, but that's not the whole total expense of that recall. It was a lot more. Maybe that attorney got $600,000. That's not the charge for the recall.
I'm willing to talk.
I want to know about that $50,000 paid to Atlanta to fudge bank records. Hey, Critical, good to see you. Who brought that up? I'm sorry. Who brought it up? $50,000 she paid somebody in Atlanta. How you doing, Douglas? Good to see you. Somebody in Atlanta to fudge bank records. Do we have proof of that? Uh-oh, your wrench. I want to file a report. I want $50,000 she paid to somebody in Atlanta to fudge bank records. Holy shit.
willing to work with a board that's willing to work with me. What's a shame is why we ended up in court. This October warrant list, October 3rd, 2022 warrant list, when trustee Jason House and this clerk.
Hey, short bus. Yeah, she's gonna be a star in her own movie. I can't even describe her at this point, but this music that's playing in this video is so heartbreaking, isn't it? This
right here, Clerk Key, went to the bank to remove me off the bank account. Let me tell you how deep this gets. Trustee Keys and your attorney, that attorney right there, well, Clerk, okay, Clerk Key, and that attorney right there goes into the bank to remove me, your mayor, off the bank account. So y'all should ask yourself, why are they going through so many great lengths to remove me when the law state the mayor and the clerk is the ones on the bank account to put trustee?
Because you call up contractors at a whim and tell them to do something without board approval. Do not ask me, please. Oh, Tuesday is the meeting. Oh, right after voting day? Oh, the 50,000 was on Martin Johnson? I missed it. I can't keep track of all these YouTube pages. Can you send me that video, Wyoming, please? I'd appreciate it. But this music, it's so heartbreaking, isn't it? It's just, it's so heartbreaking. I cannot remember who made a video, and someone credible brought it up. I know the person did not do it because her mom told her not to do it because she had heard about Tiffany and the FBI investigation. Yeah, they're investigating. This music is, you gotta feel bad for her, right, with this music. I'm sorry.
House on the bank account. This way y'all need to open your eyes at so you can understand what is truly going on. It's a money grab, a power grab for the village of Dalton. They keep talking about deficit, but you keep trying to pay this attorney. I motioned for court because I tried to stop them from paying that attorney right here, that $600,000. So when we went to court, the judge stopped everything. She didn't want to hear anything. She said she's gonna wait to do the hearing, and she stopped every payment possible and said she was only going to allow us to do payroll, which is to pay people that work for the village of Dalton.
You see, you just can't say crap like this without proof. And you won't click on the link to come up here and tell your truth. Yes. You know, you can hear whatever you want to hear. I want documents. You know, like I've been showing for, I don't know, what, 7 months? This is just heartbreaking music. It's, you know, I feel so bad for her. Nah, no.
For much of the time that's being discussed, she's being illegally kept from knowing what's going on with the money.
And I can tell her who you are.
Now that seems like it would be important. That's the truth. But Lori Lightfoot did not mention that. Jason House, a current member of the Board of Trustees, was not a signer on the bank account at all. And yet, he has repeatedly signed checks without authority. That's a fact. It's documented. He's spending thousands and thousands of the village's dollars without authority from the bank. He's committing bank fraud.
Thousands and thousands of dollars, and you show one check for 100,000. Well, I guess that is thousands and thousands of dollars, 100,000. Sorry. Go ahead.
He's committing check fraud. She's proved it in documents. There's matters pending in court. He's been told to stop doing it.
Right,
right,
Wyoming.
Does it. again and again.
How y'all allow him to convince y'all to put him on the bank account when he is in trouble or has been in trouble with the feds. So if y'all follow up with everything going on in the community, y'all will understand what's going on. And
yeah, it is sad, Michael. It's very sad. Oh yeah, the police department has American Express. Yeah, that, and Lori Lightfoot listed 3 police officers that had them. So well, yeah, Tiffany leaves out a lot of things. Tiffany has lied. Yeah, that is extortion. That is. No, Instran, you don't have proof. They didn't say that to the judge. This music is really irritating, and I love classical music, but this is like a ballad of oh poor me.
these are facts. This is stuff people mess up money all day long. I keep telling y'all. So what I'm saying is y'all allow this man to go on the bank account. Y'all didn't do any of your research, your homework. Y'all didn't do nothing. But I guess it's good, huh? Because everybody got their hand in the cookie jar. So all I'm saying to you is all I try to do is protect the residents, speak out, tell y'all what's going on. I've done nothing wrong. I never do anything wrong because I grew here, as I always say. The rest of them flew here.
God, I hate that saying. Hey, Berg. Yes, it is. Really? About extortion. Well, did St. Patrick's have proof of that extortion? Is it in the court records? No. I vote to shut all this down and allow the state. Yeah, I agree, Lola. Please. Oh, I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. Common sense has entered the room. Music. Yeah. Yeah. And this music is just killing me. Oops. I'm sorry, Black Pearl. I'll come back to you. Hey, Winnie. Jamaica account. She fly constantly with her. And who is that? And mods. I'm not quite sure what that is, but no, we're not doing the rugs thing on here. Just, delete the comment. I don't know what that is. Is that? Well, I don't know. I don't know what that is. Oh, yeah. I will. Because Instran won't come on, so we might as well have Berg on. There you go, Berg. Coming up. Hop to it. Get up here. I hate it here. Well, come up here.
Tell the people what the feds got you for this. Why was they at the healthcare custodian, which you worked at, and you was over the bank account, over right here at the U.S. Bank, and they walked you out, took your computer, seized your stuff. Talk to them then. You want to tell them? Talk to them. Tell the people. Talk to them. They right here. Right, exactly. He not going to tell his stuff, but I know his stuff. So,
Former Mayor Lightfoot didn't have any concern about that either. Why? The Board of Trustees are defrauding the people at all.
And at the end of the day, us 6 people up here are the ones that vote on all of the money. So when she keeps saying, I did this and I did that and I gave, she haven't did anything.
They got a guy committing bank fraud and spending the people's money. But that's of no concern. Why? Because truth is overawed by spectacle. That's what we come to again and again in the way that Mayor Henyard's been treated. Lori Lightfoot's not interested in fact, but in spectacle. She's interested in political theater that's going to help her, not the people.
A coalition of aldermen and community groups is slamming Mayor Lori Lightfoot, accusing her administration of misspending discretionary funds from the Federal Pandemic Relief CARES Act. The group says Lightfoot spent millions on police and ignored other issues.
Well, apparently, Consortium, the place that I don't think exists anymore, that he supposedly worked for, was a manager for. I think the FBI was investigating them. Oh, for the membership? I'm sorry, Berg. I just don't know. You don't know how to click for a membership? Please just hit the like button. It's only when the FBI came and took everything. This music is just putting me asleep. Yeah, 40. Oh, I didn't catch that, Wyoming. I didn't catch that. Yeah. I didn't catch the 40 years. Yeah, Laura.
One pot of money that we had that was flexible funding, the one pot of money that could have been used for small business support, for housing relief for our neighbors.
Who the hell is this guy? Who is he? And where is he? He's by the exit door. I'm sorry. I don't think so. No. I think the company he worked for was investigated by the FBI. I didn't hear about any charges, but I did hear about an investigation. Oh, Scott, don't bring up that name. Oh, geez, Scott. Oh, God. Oh, my God, what a train wreck. Hadn't been a... No. His company was investigated.
To help prevent violence in our community.
Who the hell is this guy?
Communities. That's what we're talking about. And of that 470 million, 284 million of it went directly to the Chicago Police Department.
You know, a mayor who's run out of office, as she was, in large part because of financial mismanagement, being called upon to be the investigator of another mayor's fiscal decisions? That's pretty much the same thing as asking a fox to investigate the hen house. And it has no more truth value than a professional wrestling match. It's all staged, it's all scripted, but the problem is that the consumers of social media confuse that spectacle for the truth. And flames of anger get fueled by falsehoods, and next time the violence could be a lot worse. In the social media age, lies are dangerous. Inflammatory political rhetoric shouted from online rafters incites people to do terrible things.
Oh, thank goodness that's over. Well, I've showed receipts that nobody wants to talk about. Well, you know, you gotta go on Lightfoot because she investigated, right? So you gotta prove that she was investigated. So, gotcha. Some kind of gotcha moment. I don't know. Everybody knows Lightfoot was investigated. Yeah. Yeah, Berg. I hope everything's going good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that Bo's last name, Brindley? Yeah. But that's all I got for you because I can only show you the receipts I have, right? And those are actual receipts in Strand. You haven't showed me yours. You showed me a news report. And we all know how the news is. That is his name, Bo Bridley. Am I saying it right? Bo Bridley. But, so we went over a lot of things. FOIA, all that stuff. They had to go into executive session about terminating a village administrator's contract. Something like that. We went over a lot of meeting minutes, checks, lists of checks that the trustees get. Yeah. I don't know. Did he represent our county? But that tree, Berg pointed that tree out. Frank calls him Bo Brisket. Said there was minutes being left out of the meeting. Oh, you mean the meeting minutes? Yeah. But why aren't the meeting minutes that are approved? They're being approved. So why aren't they on the village website? But yeah, there's no budget yet, and it's getting close to preparing the 2026 budget, right? And how they work. Well, with that tree, you would think so. Choose, it's so good to see you. I saw your last video. Thank you. Yeah. Just came to see if the lady that lied on me is here. Oh, would you like a link? Here's a link. Have something to say? Dude, there you go, Choose. Jason said they approved checks. Jason said trustees approved checks of people calling for their payment. Yeah, people are calling for the payments. Yeah. And they want to know where their money is, right? Yeah. No, I won't say it. I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. Yeah, what lady? Saw someone lie about, really? Another lie. Another lie about Berg. Jeez. Why don't you people give it up? And in Strand, why don't you click on that link so we can hear your voice? Because you won't. Takes one to know one. What did French call you? Oh. Oh, a criminal. Oh, okay. Douglas, you're always tired. You're always on the road. Grab about the lawyer comment. Yeah. The lawyers are, you know. She won a couple of lawsuits. So maybe it's 48-2. I don't know. We can't keep track of all these. Oh, okay. You were just checking. Okay. We can't keep track of any of these lawsuits. They're just flying. Who's going to suffer? Who's going to suffer? The residents, the taxpayers. Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt. Where is Robert Hunt? Well, I do know that, oh, Choose is coming up. Choose is coming up. I do know that Robert Hunt was a trustee in 2013 with Tiffany Henyard, no less. Keep it in the family. Not that they're family. And Rogers tried to get them recalled, which didn't work. Crush. Hey, Choose.
How are you? Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just reading this comment. An advocate mentioned you last night, Choose. Again? Again. Go ahead, Choose.
Can you
Choose?
hear me? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. But see, I'm glad that I came on here because I just saw something, and I believe it was Lady Luck who said that Lady Luck Club, I think is the name or something. But someone sent me something that said, well, with her stating that I sent
For
Hannibal
some
a
reason, I
group.
can't hear. Can y'all hear me?
Hold on, Crush.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, hold on, please. Choose is talking. Go ahead, Choose.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just saying that, I want to stop misinformation before it started. But if someone was talking about me last night, go ahead and send that to me. You got my email is in my description. However, I just wanted to clear something.
Oh, go ahead.
Or misinformation spreads. And I don't like for misinformation to spread. It turns into group speak, and I don't like it, especially when it has to do with me. So I just came up here to clear up one thing. I don't know what I'm going to have to clear up with this advocate that is apparently discussing me. However, it was, I believe, that Lady Luck Club person that has been in our chats, and we've been very happy to welcome her here. I just did not appreciate being sent something of her stating that I sent Hannibal is hungry something. Now, if we're going to give information, this is the problem with people, giving out information. I've never sent Hannibal is hungry anything. He is also a friend to the channel, just like Conscious, you're a friend to the channel, Critical, Burgundy, everyone is, I haven't sent anything for anyone to, oh, here's a video. I haven't done that. So I really just came on here for one thing. I'm going to have to hop out of here in a minute, but just want to say, when it comes to my name, please make sure that you have the facts. If Hannibal is hungry, looked at a video that I posted or something, let's just make sure we have the proper information before we start a bunch of group speak. And now that I hear that, and I don't know if this is true or not, that my name was brought up again now by an advocate, I'm not sure. I don't know, but I can only say that this is exactly how confusion starts. This is how incitement of things get started. And I don't appreciate it. So, just wanted to go ahead and say that. If someone has something about anyone else talking about me, go ahead and send it on because, I don't deal with these types of things in the same way that some people do. I send them directly to my lawyers. So, just wanted to give that warning. Like, just please, if you're going to give information, I don't have a problem with it. Just don't lie on me.
Yes. Thank you, Choose. Thank you. It shouldn't be that way. Crush, I had to mute you. Something was in the background. I just unmuted you. I'm sorry about that.
So how you doing, Conscious?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Hello to the chat. This is my first time on the live, but I've always been here. I support you. I like your content. Lady Luck Club. I like her content. She's a good friend of mine also. Hello to French, all the moderators. This conversation that we're having, Conscious, this is a sad situation, man. Like, one woman just corrupted a whole village, and you know, I don't live in that county or anything. I'm just looking at what from the outside looking in, and it's terrible. All the money, and then how she fired people so you wouldn't know, and then she keeps talking about, oh, file a FOIA request, and there's no FOIA request. She told the lady not to do FOIA requests no more, not to give out information.
Which lady? The clerk?
The staff that does the FOIA requests is like when you go to the building and ask for it. She told those people not to. So if she told those people not to, and she's the head, obviously she told the head. You know what I mean, Conscious?
Well, I agree. She's no leader. I agree.
No.
What do you have to say about the bonds and the money owed to Chicago for water?
Man,
since 2009.
It's when did she get in? She just recently got in between 21 and 23, right?
Because she didn't. These are 2009 bonds.
This is old. This is old stuff, right?
They redo them every year, and they have since 2009.
Mhm.
Millions of dollars they borrow, you know, to pay the
Right.
bills. They do this every year.
it's like-
Henyard wasn't even a trustee. She wasn't a trustee until 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And what about, you know, they had to settle a lawsuit that Chicago filed in 2017 when Jason came on board for the city of Chicago to the tune of $8 million. And with interest, it bumped it up to $11 million that they have to pay every year. And that won't be paid off until 2028. But
And
nobody
this
talks
is the
about it.
water bill bond.
Yeah, well, not the water bill bond. They owe Chicago for back water payments. From
How do you owe somebody a city? You know, and this is the thing. Here they was going around and they didn't even know none of them had life insurance. That was another bond that wasn't paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tiffany don't even have insurance right now. So how did she's able to work in her full capacity? I don't understand that.
Well, I want to know how Tiffany stole all the money when they've been dry broke for over a decade. Over a decade. I mean, I've shown so many documents and so many videos, and you know, maybe she did steal money. I haven't seen proof of it. Has she mismanaged money? Has she commingled money? Okay.
Yes.
Now that's
Yes.
where we're getting to the subject.
Yeah, but you know what? She's very tricky because
Yeah.
I noticed like in some of the in some of her, you know, in some of the videos where when the credit card thing came up, she always say, well, when it was proposed to me to have a credit card or whatever, or have a credit card in her name, I don't know exactly how it was worded. She said she didn't want it. She said, put it in somebody else's name or whatever, where it's very easy to just spend and not be blamed.
Yeah.
You know, because you could copy down the credit card number and use it over the phone.
Well, I mean, tell somebody to buy something and, you know, use the credit card for it, right?
Exactly. And first thing they say is, I don't have control over the credit card.
But I showed the warrant list with the credit card bills on them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, what about the American Express credit card? That's still being, you see, she started using these credit cards when they cut off. You see, in some way, she only has like $5,000 to spend. Anything over that, she has to go to the board for approval. So anytime she don't want the board approval and she just want to do it, she uses the card. So you know, like, to hell with y'all, it's already spent. You're gonna have to pay it anyway.
Well, is it the township card or is it the village card?
No. I would love to know that, Conscious, too. I would love to know that too, because it seems like they closed down all the cards, but it still had an American Express card that's still out there.
That was, I believe Lightfoot said that was to the police department. I believe.
Well, she's very snubby and cozy with the police department, so I can't see her. I could see her asking, "Hey, get this" or whatever. And another thing, far as credit cards and money is concerned, y'all asking, "How is this stuff? How does she steal the money?" It's very easy to steal the money, because if you own a business and I know you, I would get stuff from you over the amount of what it's cost, and you would give me some of the money back. That's called a kickback. You know, that's very illegal.
That's why I'm showing all these trees. There's not that many trees in the village of Alton. There's not that many trees where I live, and I live in the mountains. All right, it's just not. And I think Wyoming, was it you that sent me? You asked about how much your place pays for trees, and it was like nothing even like what that was. Did she actually say Henyard stole $10 to $15 million? And you still won't click on the link in Strand.
No, she didn't say that. She basically said like that would be the debt, that the overall debt. She didn't per se say she did it. That part.
Wyoming, thank you so much. Oh, you're sweet.
Thank you, Wyoming girl.
Trustees don't want to talk about the bonds because they're going to have to take out another one. They take out 4 bonds every year. They have done it for over a decade. Over a decade, millions of dollars plus interest, $25,000 interest on each. Okay, they've done it for over a decade. How are they going to get out of this mess? Because it didn't start with Tiffany. Tiffany made it worse.
Yeah.
But it didn't start with her. And this is the point I'm trying to get across to people, that this village has, why won't the trustees talk about these bonds and the, money they owe to the water, Chicago Water? And they just took out another bond for Homewood Disposal. You can't get yourself out of debt if you're continuously borrowing to pay off your bills, and then paid back the bonds with the property taxes when they come in. But in 2021, the state gave property owners a leeway, a cushion, so that because of COVID, they didn't have to pay them on time. So that hurt the village in 2021 as well. And people are saying the state should take over. Well, they were gonna in 2017. They were going to, the state was coming in to take over. And is that the answer for this village? Because you constantly borrow millions of dollars every year just to stay afloat for over a decade. And that's what I'm trying to get people to understand. This did not start with Tiffany Henyard. She made it worse. Okay? She made it worse.
Right. So
it didn't start with her.
So, Conscious, this is a question I want to ask you. It could be hypothetical or however you want to take it. I'm not being a devil advocate. I'm just asking a question.
Sure.
And my question is, her getting into that position and they even asking her to become a supervisor and everything, do you think, just listen to me with an open mind, do you think corruption was already there and they said, okay, she's young, she looked kind of stupid, we could control her, let's put her in there, and then Tiffany got in there, found out how this shit found out how the stuff was really going down, and she started doing her own thing and just kicked the board of trustees to the side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, y'all stealing? Well, I'm gonna steal everything and ain't give you none because I don't need to listen to you because we all stealing.
I can't say any of them have stolen because I don't
No,
have the
I'm just
proof.
saying the corruption and you know how the frivolous spending and stuff was going. They figured that, oh, we could keep doing this stuff like the hidden water bill and all of that. Maybe all of that stuff was always there, but because they want to throw it on her, it's now coming to the surface.
Well, they've always known about it.
Mm.
They've always known about it. It's always been on the warrant list. They have.
Okay.
They have to vote an ordinance to get a bond. They have to. The board has to. And since 2009, they've been doing the series 09 bonds plus Homewood disposal. The board has to vote on that.
Right.
And approve those bonds. And they do it every year. Every single year. So they know about it. It's nothing. It's nothing new to them. They know they've been broke. And yes, Tiffany has made it worse.
But what I'm trying to ask you is, do you think she was put in there thinking that she could have been controlled and it didn't work out the way that they planned? I'm just you know, cause something just don't seem right. Why would they put this little trashy little herd rat girl? She's a little girl to me. She's a little girl to me. I'm 55 years old. I don't know how old she is, but she act like a little girl. She look like she could be my daughter.
She acts like she's 15, okay?
Yes.
And the music in that video.
And the video and the little rap video.
Oh, I'm not playing.
Oh my God.
Berg had the guts to play that video. I can't. I can't play that.
Who is she talking to? She's talking to you? She ain't talking to me. I'm too old for that nonsense. She ain't talking to me. She didn't make that video for me. I don't know who she made it for them little 19 and 18-year-olds. That's the crowd she looking for, because she wasn't that addressing that to us. Not to us in the chat or on this platform right now.
Oh,
because we are too old and we don't stand for that nonsense.
Who said what? I missed it.
What?
Oh, I thought somebody said something in the chat.
Too many people had their hands in the cookie jar.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that is. So that's what I'm saying. Laura Smith.
She's got some common sense.
All right.
I love that one. But they've always
all
been.
Right. Well, I'm going to be getting off of here. It's so nice. Thanks for having me on here.
Oh, thank you.
And thanks for listening to me, y'all in the chat and everybody who responds. I'll go back in the chat and listen to what's going on. Love you, Conscious, and I am a subscriber, okay?
Thank you so much, Crush. I really appreciate it.
All right. Love you later.
Love you too. Okay. That was so nice to have her on here. And it's true. Why did they get Henyard in? Why did Avant want Henyard in? Why did Muhammad want Henyard in? They fought when she was a trustee. Scott's got something for Crush. Tiffany is who the people elected for Dalton. Also, the Thornton trustees chose. Yeah. 9 minutes before it could go to the voters, the residents. They didn't want it going to the residents. So what does that tell you? You know, that they can play sympathy now and say, well, we made a mistake. That's not a mistake. That is not a mistake. When you take away the power of the people, that is not a mistake. You did it intentionally. You can say, I'm sorry, but you did it intentionally. That's all they did. Oh, the township isn't stealing because of DEI. They had, you know, DEI. You know, they tried to get Washington in there. They tried to get Napoleon in there before they voted for Henyard to get in as supervisor. Please try to keep up. Yes. Very silly. Self-serving. Yes, it is racist. Oh, jeez. My goodness. Oh. Cover her ass, but they didn't. Black Pearl. Well, yeah. And she's going to make a lot of money out of it. Thank you very much to, you know, all this fame everybody's given her. I guess she's got 1,000 subscribers now, so now she'll be able to make money, I guess. And speaking of making money, I need to go make some money on my horses. So thank you all so much. And Crush, I really appreciate you being on here. I really, really do appreciate that. That was nice. And Shoes. We'll have to check out what's going on in the background. Don't pay attention to that person. I don't care. And I hope everybody has a beautiful day. And remember, this village has been in debt up to its behind for decades. Well, at least 1 decade and over. Okay. We are getting out of here so I can make some money. Okay. Bye. Love you.